because if this guy in green does not have a head on his shoulders and lets his emotions get the best of him fully, he could very easily take this dude's leg out in a very bad way.
Because he's gonna say this shit right after. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Don't get in there, Juice. Let him go.
Hey guys, Damon here with Triarm Defense, and today we're going to be doing a reacts video. A lot of you guys send me videos, whether it be through Facebook or Instagram or text message, of people that are fighting or a shooting or a traffic accident or a mass casualty incident, something that is a bad situation. And I'm wanting to do these videos to kind of educate people and help you understand what you could do to keep yourself out of those situations, or if you do find yourself in those situations, what these people do good or do bad or whatever the case may be. Basically, it's for you to watch and to understand these videos a little bit better and to help improve your personal security. So you guys have already watched the video all the way through because I'm gonna put it at the beginning of the video. But the way this is gonna work is I'm gonna fast forward or rewind and pick out spots when I see them or as I spot them and kind of explain what I'm seeing. Just to kind of help you guys and educate you guys a little bit. If you guys have another opinion or take on something I say, feel free to comment down below and let me know what you think on that particular incident. Because, you know, I'm not the end-all be-all correct answer guy. I mean, everybody's learning, everybody has different opinions on stuff. So if you guys have something else that you see that maybe I don't talk about, or maybe a different take on something I see, feel free to comment down below and let me know. Just be respectful. The comment section can be wild. So without further ado, let's get into it. So just starting before I even press play, something I'm seeing both of these guys are doing, they're obviously having some kind of argument just by looking at the fellow on the right in the red shirt. It looks like they're at a basketball court. They're probably playing some kind of basketball game. If you've ever played any kind of 5-on-5 or 1-on-1 with somebody, it can get heated depending on how competitive the people are or just how they are as a person. Not everybody's a great person, and not everybody's a great loser. Or maybe they're not even losing. The person might have just said something or did something. Maybe they fouled him too hard and it just set him off. It triggered him in the right time, the right instance, and it ends up going badly. I personally have been in these kind of situations. Back in high school, I played a 1-on-1 with a rando guy in a park. He came up to me, saw me playing basketball, wanted to join in. Let him join in. I ended up beating him. He was not a great loser. We ended up getting into a little scuffle, and that was that. But it happens a lot in basketball games, unfortunately, whether it be they're not raised well or the society is teaching them that this is okay, or they're just a poor loser. First thing I see is both these guys are in a stance. If you look at it, they're in a fighting stance. All right, 1 foot forward. I can probably point out that both of these guys are probably right-handed. The way I can see that is because how they're standing. They're in a fighter stance, which means their weak foot, or their weak side is going to be forward, and their strong side is going to be back for that rear-handed punch. They're both ready to fight because that's, you know, obviously where it's going to go. The guy in the green looks a little more defensive than the guy in the red. Let's see where this takes off. Yeah. So first thing, if you notice, the guy in the red, like I said, the guy in the red was a little more offensive. The guy in the green was a little more defensive. And it showed because the guy in the red took that sucker punch or that swing, and the guy in the green was ready for it because he was already in a stance, and he ducked, avoided that swing, and went straight for closing the distance. And in our courses, we talk about closing the distance or making distance because distance is our friend. And in this case, the guy didn't have the space or maybe wasn't able to make distance. So what did he do? He closed the distance to get out of that guy's range of his fist. And it looks like they're going to the ground. Let's see what happens. Fighting, the guy comes out back and goes for the rear naked headlock. As you can see, this says on the screen the choke is in. It doesn't look like the choke is in, but it definitely looks like the guy in the green knows what he's doing. So this is something we also talk about is you can fight people, but at the end of the day, you don't know what people are capable of. You don't know if somebody's willing to use a weapon or has a weapon, or if they have nothing to lose, they're more likely to use that weapon. or if they have any kind of fighting skills or fighting training, it's best to avoid these kind of situations just because you don't know what people are capable of. It doesn't feel good to get punched in the face, okay? And in this case, it looks like the guy in the red doesn't know what he's doing, but the guy in the green definitely has some kind of, I'm assuming, Jiu-Jitsu experience, just based off how he landed on bottom, kept that guy in a close distance engagement and was able to slip out the back and wrap his legs around him. And looks like he's going for either a seatbelt or a choke. So let's go ahead and continue with this. Yeah, so there it is. He's going for that choke. It doesn't look like it's quite in. It looks like he's kind of got his chin in it, but let's continue. All right, so stopping right here, the guy was going for the choke. What he should have done, he let go of the choke and started trying to punch this guy. Now, a lot of times we let our emotions get the best of us in these kind of situations because we're fighting somebody. And our adrenaline gets pumped up. We got all these chemicals going through our body, and we want to do stuff that maybe we shouldn't do. And in this case, the guy let go of that back control that he had on that guy and started trying to punch him in the face, and it allowed him to turn around, and now looks like he's about to start facing him. Because he let go of that position, he's now going for what looks to be a triangle while he's trying to punch him in the face. And you can see people and bystanders trying to stop him from punching him in the face. And it says on the screen there, you can see, wants to punch, a mistake. And that's exactly what I just said. All right, so let's continue. Let's see if he gets that triangle. Going for the triangle. All right, looks like he's switching to an arm bar. Okay, so this could be a very bad situation for the guy in green. He had the upper hand, he had the back control. Because he let it go and let his emotions get the best of him and starts trying to fight this guy, he was almost able to get the triangle. The guy stood up, wasn't able to get it because it wasn't very tight. And it looks like he's switching to what looks to be an arm bar, but he's in a very bad situation. Can he get it from this position, especially if the guy doesn't know what he's doing? Yes. But at the same time, if the guy's strong enough to pick him up and slam him on the ground significantly, it could very well knock him out, especially being on a hard surface like that. So let's see what happens. Okay, you could tell he tried to slam him. It almost turned him over onto his face, but he wasn't able to get it. So let's see what happens. He did lose the armbar. Let's see where it goes from here. Now the guy in green is in a very bad position because the guy in red has the upper hand being on top of him like that.
Let him go. Let him go. Don't get in there, Juice. Let him go.
Okay, yeah, there it is. So the guy in green definitely has Jiu-Jitsu experience. I don't know how much Jiu-Jitsu experience he has, but he definitely has some. The guy in red does not. Otherwise, this wouldn't have happened. You saw the guy in green, if we go back just a little bit, as he was turned over on his face. Watch him slip and take over this leg right here. It would be the guy in red's right leg. He's basically going to go under and grab that ankle and go for a heel hook and control that guy's leg. And it's a bad day for the guy in red because if he follows through with that and actually uses it like he wants to probably, he could easily snap the dude's knee, snap the dude's leg, break his ankle, do something like that. So let's see what happens with this leg lock. So he slides in right there, grabs a hold of the ankle, pulls the guy to the ground, gets control of that leg. Now the guy in red cannot do anything. And you can see the guy in green obviously telling this dude, like, I will break your freaking leg. And he is very capable of breaking his leg at this point, which could be very bad on the dude in red. I mean, that may be his last basketball game he ever plays in his life because he could tear something in his leg bad enough to where he's not able to do it anymore. Like I said, we don't fight people that we don't know what they're capable of. And in this case, the dude in red chose to fight this guy in green. Didn't know that he was as experienced as he is in BJJ, and it came out to be very bad for him because if this guy in green does not have a head on his shoulders and lets his emotions get the best of him fully, he could very easily take this dude's leg out in a very bad way. So let's continue. He's telling him, I'll break your freaking leg. Now everybody's trying to tell the dude in red, like, just calm down, he can break his leg. There's a girl at the end. Let's listen to that. She's recording, and then she tries to tell him to stop. Let's listen. Guys, stop. I mean, you guys are sitting here this whole time watching these dudes go at it. Nobody tried to break it up. The only time they tried to break it up was whenever dude in green had the guy in the leg lock and was about to break his leg. It's probably because a lot of these guys are the guy in red's friend. Of course, whenever he starts losing and gets put in a bad position, they want to jump in and try to separate him, when they should have tried to jump in and separate everybody from the start. But with that being said, that is our first Reacts video. Hopefully you guys got some information out of this. Understand, like I've said multiple times already, you don't want to put yourself in these situations when you don't know what people are capable of. People are capable of some bad things. And in this case, the guy in red found out pretty quickly that the guy in green knew what he was doing. He could have very easily never played another game of basketball again if the guy in green did not have a good head on his shoulders, or at least an average head on his shoulders, enough to keep his emotions in check. The society today is showing that this kind of behavior and this kind of stuff is okay, and it's normal for people to do. And it's not okay, and it should not be normal or romanticized to be part of this. So just be smart, people. Have a good head on your shoulders. Understand that just because you know something doesn't mean that somebody may not know more, or somebody may have a firearm or a knife and be willing to use it on you. It doesn't matter how bad the argument is. It's not worth losing your life and not making it home to your family and friends. Hopefully you guys got something out of this today. Hopefully you guys learned something just based off what we watched and talked about. If you guys have videos like this that you think are interesting, you want me to do a review or a reacts on it, feel free to send it to me through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Send me a link, do whatever you need to do. I would love to see what you guys have and love to be able to do more reacts videos to help educate you guys and help keep you guys out of these bad situations. Or if you find yourself in these kind of situations, what you should do to better put yourself in a good position. Take care. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share these videos with your family and friends. I'll see you in the next one. Stay prepared, stay safe.